In this video, we're going to have a look at how to create basic links between workbooks. So I've got a series of 3 workbooks that I have set up. Basically, it's just uh, the previous example, the ABC company for the condition statements. I cut and pasted 3 times, and I tiled the workbooks using the window um, tile arrange option. And that put them all side by side. What I want to do in this video is explain how I can link data from one workbook to another workbook. So for example, if I have a company here called the ABC Company for Canada, and below I have a workbook for ABC Company of Canada, I want to consolidate all of my sales and put it into one spreadsheet. So this would be ABC International, or accumulation of all of my sales. So to do that, I could just type in things like this: equals the 5,000, and then plus down in the USA is 5,000, and come up with 10,000. The problem with that is that if these numbers change in the Canadian company to, let's say, 4,000, it doesn't update my master sheet. So I want things to be live and dynamic. So to do that, we want to create a link between the workbooks. So to do that, it's pretty straightforward. Use the equal key and simply just click on the cell in the other workbook that you want. So I'm going to click on my book 1, B7, and what happens is the computer automatically codes in the syntax for you. And if you read it, it just says here in square brackets that go to book 1 and go to the sheet tab 1, which is this tab right here, and go to the cell B7 in absolute. So it's pretty straightforward. It codes it in for you automatically. So you just have to know that this first section here is the name of the workbook. The second part of this is the worksheet. So in this case, it's sheet 1. And then the third part is the cell. So it has that hierarchical kind of breakdown from a workbook to the worksheet to the cell. Now I want to take that particular cell and add it, so I'll put a plus and go down to my workbook 2, and I go down to my B7 in workbook 2. So if I click this, you should notice what will happen here is it'll code it as this is book 2, sheet 1 in B7. So I'm going to add basically this cell to this cell on 2 separate workbooks. Pressing enter, the computer automatically codes it. Now the nice part to this is that if I do change my data in my spreadsheets, it automatically, dynamically updates my third one. So if I change this to 2000 and press, it automatically updates that as well. Now because these are relative copies or absolute copies, moving this across might not work because I've used absolute cell referencing in here. So I could have done one of 2 things. I could just redo the second one, the February, or I could go in and modify this and take out the absolute cell referencing and then copy it across. So let's just go back and do this again. So I'm going to press the equal key, go over to the February for my book 1, and double click it. Now you can see here that it says C7 is absolute. So I'm going to push the F4 key twice to remove the dollar signs, meaning that it'll remove the absolute, and press plus. I'm going to go down to my book 2 February amount, double click it, and again press F4 once, twice, 3 times to remove those dollar signs, and press enter. 5,000 plus 5,000 is 10,000, which is what I want. Now, because I didn't have the absolutes, I should be able to take this and just copy it across, and it worked. So that's a sample of how you can link data from one sheet to another sheet using links. See you in the next video.